Hey, we're in Mineral Point today with Tim Tibbits from Tibbits Archery, and we're going to talk about things you should think about when you're purchasing your new bow for 2018. This is Tim Tibbits, and he's going to walk through step by step what you should look for in a bow.
Yeah, wow. Thanks. Hello, everybody out there. You know, when it comes to bow time, and this is kind of the prime time of the year, it's January, I guess close to February here already, and the new bows are starting to come out. Most of them are actually out. And you take a look at all of them here, you go, holy crap, where do I even start? And there's a lot. It looks like there's a lot, but it's really comes down to just like getting in your car. When I sit down in my car, does it feel good? Yeah, that, you know, if you get in a car, it doesn't feel too good. You're like, I don't really like that one. And what does everything feel like? And so that's one of the things that I kind of look at is when you pick that bow up, how does it feel in your hand? Okay. There's a lot of other things involved as well. When you're out there, you might get confused. Guys are talking about brace heights, axle to axles. They're doing a little bit of I mean, they sometimes can talk over your head, but really, let's kind of simplify this a little bit. Axle to axle is here to here. That's how long our bow is. So Brad's a little bit taller than myself. You might have a basketball player that's 6-7 feet tall. So we have to look at axle to axle as far as how that bow might feel as well. Okay? So we'll go over a couple things like that. Another thing we're going to talk about is brace height. Brace height, you might hear that term. Brace height is here to here. Okay? And what that has to do with. So we'll talk a little bit about that. How about smoothness? How smooth the bow pulls back and versus how fast that bow is can relate to how our cams are set up here as well. So that's something we can take a quick look at here as well. So let's kind of get into first we pick axle.
Okay.
All right, so let's bump into axle. And I kind of like using this little bit of analogy here as well. Axle, we have real short bows that can be up to, I believe this one here is around 30 inches. Some of the bows that are out there, new ones are bumping down to maybe 28 inches. I think I've even seen them this year. So for the guys that are sitting in the tree stand, or maybe you're sitting down on the ground, that's a perfect size for you. But we do want to also make that bow shootable as well. So I always kind of use this little bit of analogy, and where axle to axle is a little bit longer, they say is more forgiving. And here's this is kind of a I guess out there analogy, but if I take this pen, I move this pen like this, pretty easy, right?
Right.
So there's our shorter axle. I take this broom and I move it, it's harder for me to move.
Right.
So that's where our axles come into play with forgiveness.
Okay.
And as well as forgiveness and then shootability too.